How's it going? And welcome back, all of my 0 subscribers. As you know, I uploaded a video like 1 or 2 weeks ago or something like that, and the process of making that video and what happened afterwards, it did get me thinking a lot. So I figured let's talk about it. So, this video is probably gonna have a lot of weird jump cuts in me talking, and I'm probably gonna sound kind of weird when I'm speaking, because this is a completely unscripted video. This is just me sitting in front of my microphone and just blurting out all my thoughts that are in my head. And I've never done anything like that before. It feels it feels weird. On one hand, it feels very fucking schizo to just be sitting here basically talking to myself, but on the other hand, it feels kind of therapeutic. So I'm giving this a shot. We'll see how this video is gonna turn out. But yeah, so 2 weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, I spent the weekend and I made my little YouTube video talking about Counter-Strike mobile games. It was nothing special. I was relatively happy with it. I mean, it was a little bit cringe, but I've never made a video like that before, so it wouldn't be weird if it wasn't cringe, you know? But like, all things considered, I thought it turned out decently well. However, I am going to admit that I did kind of lie a little bit in that video. I said that it was my first ever YouTube video, but that's not really true. I have actually had a lot of failed YouTube channels and TikToks and stuff like that, and it really got me thinking after making my first video on this channel that there is a very noticeable trend in all of my YouTube channels and all of my attempts at content creation, and honestly in very many other areas of my life in general, honestly. And it's that I have a tendency of I get this idea in my head of like, oh shit, I should be making videos like this, or you know, I should try to do this. But then I end up thinking like I get super excited and I think like a million steps ahead. Like before my first video is even out, I am like thinking about what I'll say as my fucking thank you video when I hit 100,000 subscribers, right? Like I just get like super in my head about the idea. I get super excited, I can't let it go, and my head just keeps fucking running, you know, at a million miles per hour, just like thinking about all the possibilities and this and that and blah 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 blah, you know? And I end up going into it 100 million%. I get super stuck in my head. It's all I can think about, all I can focus on. And I burn myself out in like a matter of days, right? Like I spent the entire day making that video, the whole day, and I was looking up different editing software, and I was doing this and that, and then sometimes I forced myself to take a break, you know, I went for a walk or whatever. But usually when I go for walks, you know, I listen to a podcast, I listen to some videos, or I listen to some music, right? But that day I didn't even have my headphones on. I was just walking around just thinking about all the different YouTube possibilities and this and that, right? It's it almost, now describing it sounds like I'm fucking bipolar or something, but I'm not, at least as far as I know. I'm not diagnosed with anything. I'm just kind of weird like that. But then I did that on Saturday, and on Sunday I sat down and I started making the second video, because I was still kind of in my head. And I ended up making the intro for that video. And then I didn't do anything more up until now. I didn't touch the project, I didn't think about the project. I was all completely burnt out on it. And that's what I do with almost everything in my life. I get super hyped on something, I get super into it, and then a matter of days, it's like it just flips a switch, right? One moment I'm all into it, and then all of a sudden just like bam, absolutely zero motivation to do anything related to it, and I move on with to something else. And it's something that I've worked a lot with in many aspects of my life. That I've made myself, I forced myself to calm down, you know. Especially working out. That's another thing, and then maybe that's for another video. But usually working out, I've always been like, I've had these periods where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the gym like 6 days a week. I look up like the most hardcore, brutal fucking workout plan to get as ripped as possible. I spend like $100 just buying a bunch of different supplements, and you know, 2 weeks go by and then I'm back on the couch doing absolutely nothing. But working out is something that I've actually, this past year, I've managed to calm myself down on a lot, and just kind of realized that, you know, I can just do a little bit every day, and it's made me feel a lot better. And so today I went for a walk, as I usually do, and I was thinking like, maybe I should make an attempt to do a similar thing with YouTube. I don't need to think about like, oh, what's gonna be like the best thing for the algorithm, and oh, I gotta promote the video here so it maybe blows up, and maybe if I throw in these tags and make this type of thumbnail and this type of content and connect with this type of YouTuber, I can... Maybe I should try to just drop that and just sit down like I'm doing right now and just talk, you know? Just talk about whatever's on my mind, and not really care about how many subscribers I'm gonna get, or how many views I'm gonna get, or anything like that. Just talk about whatever I want to, and take it a little, you know, small steps at a time. I don't need to have the craziest editing, or think about like the best topics to get into the algorithm, or make a huge like upload schedule, you know. I don't need to do anything like that. Maybe I should just sit down and just talk about whatever I want, and whoever wants to listen, they can listen, and if nobody wants to subscribe, if nobody wants to watch my videos, then, you know, maybe at the very least this can be a fun thing for me in like 10 years from now. I can just go back and and listen to myself talking, and what my thought process was, and you know, what I was doing back in my early 20s. Well, now I feel like I've gone in enough circles for now. I've more or less gotten out everything that I have to say. So yeah, scratch the last video that I made. I am probably not gonna make a video similar to that in a long time. From now on, I'm gonna calm myself down. I'm not gonna think a million steps ahead, and I'm just gonna make videos like this. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, then feel free to subscribe. And if not, then I fully understand, because I would never I would never subscribe to a channel like this. So it's completely understandable. But to whoever's listening, I hope you have an amazing day. And yeah, maybe I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.